Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrappin' Abby, and I have been waiting to do this video for a full year. This is my video submission for the May Arts 2014-15 design team call. Yay! I'm so excited. So what I'm going to be doing is just sharing with you guys really quickly just kind of an overview of the projects that are on the table you see in front of you, and then I'm going to take you back to my craft table where I can show you each of the items up close as my camera is typically mounted above my craft desk. And I also want to mention there's a couple projects that you're not going to see in this video, but you will see in my blog post, which is a submission in addition to the video for Bethany. They are some cards that I made, and I actually gave them away to people already. So I don't have those, but they do showcase different ways of using ribbon on the projects. So just kind of just overview, I have, a bucket of flowers. I have some altered cans. This is a clock that I did for one of the May Arts challenges, as well as this bucket of flowers. So a couple things you guys are probably going to recognize if you follow the May Arts blog. And then I have a little mini book I just made over the weekend. And then I have a couple different projects down here that I've already made for my craft room and just kind of having around my house for display. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to my craft table, and I'll show you each of these projects up close. See you in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. So I'm going to share with you guys each of the different projects that I've created and using different applications of ribbon. So for the first one, we kind of make a little bit of room here. This is the linen book that I just created. And I actually have a separate video showing you guys, it's like a tutorial, and it's sharing with you guys how I made this flower, some of the different embellishments on the project, and for the binding and some of the elements on the inside. So I just kind of quickly go over this book with you, just because I already have a detailed video that I'll link to this one, sharing the tutorial. So there's the front and the back, and I love using the ribbon as binding enclosures for my albums and different projects. It's just really fun, and it feels like you're opening a present every single time you open this, I think. So here's the first page, and you guys can see I use some of the May Arts trim on the bottom, and then I have some little flowers poking out, which I thought was kind of cute. Some stamping and on each page of this linen book, you're going to see down the center, the spine portion. This is some more of the May Arts trim, and I think it just adds some visual interest. It's not actually binding the book because it already came put together as far as the linen pieces, but I just think it's really fun. And these are the little fishtail banners that I made using some of the May Arts trim. I stamped on it. Here's a little bit of the scrap piece that I used to tie this key. And you flip to the next page. And then I use some more of the scrap pieces as kind of like the antenna on this little metal butterfly. Here's some jute string right there, or jute twine, whichever you want to call it. Again, down the center with some more of that yummy trim. Here I stamped on the May Arts trim, so it's alterable. You can use it for stamping. I've embossed on it. I've heat embossed, sprays, all that kind of thing. And then here are some more of the scrap pieces that I just kind of use my tiny attacher to staple those on the top to make a topper for the tag. And the last page, here's that, and then again just down the center again, and then here on this little resin bird cage I used some more of the scrap pieces to create a little topper on there. So don't throw your scraps away, even the tiniest pieces, because you never know when you're going to be able to use them on a project. So I think probably my favorite element on this this particular project was the flower on the front, and then also the little fishtail banners, because it was really fun to create my own embellishments for the project, and I think that flower turned out super cute. And this is the one that I made in the tutorial, just so you guys can see that as well, how cool those really look, I think. So I'll put this off to the side. And then the next project, these are some tin cans that I altered, and these are storage for my craft room as part of my crafty organization that I've been working on this year. And I use this to hold some different canvas pieces and different embellishments and things like that. Sorry, they're wanting to roll away on me. Let me put them in the center here. So I just kind of want to share with you just different applications of using ribbon and the different jute trims and strings and things like that along the top. You can add them into the project underneath the flower clusters. I think these turned out really cute too. So that's just another application that you can use some ribbons and trims. Down the bottom, it's just so pretty. I love it. And then again, just some more different ribbons tucked in behind there. And then on the top, there's some more of that jute string. Jute string or jute twine, I'm not sure. I have packages with both names, so I'm probably going to flip-flop between the two, and I apologize for that. And there's some inking on the bottom of this one, and on the top piece here. And then, again, just some more of, accenting the perimeter of just an altered can with some ribbons and trim. It's really fun. And then this one here, this is some more of that yummy May Arts trim on the bottom of this can. I think it's so pretty. I love how that turned out. And then on the top, I used some of the paper type of trim on there. Really fun. And I just think these cans turned out really super cute, and it just shows different applications of using, you know, all of your ribbons and trims, and especially the May Arts, which I've used on these projects. So I think that's very, very cute. And then the next one, this is a little mini book I made, and this has some of the May Arts trim you're going to see that you saw in the first project actually as my binding for this. And this was a really super quick, easy project to do, and these are really fun to create. So if you you know, or have a last minute gift or something like that you need to work on, you know, you guys could whip out this project, which I have a tutorial for as well on my YouTube channel and my blog. But this to show you the different applications of using ribbons and things and different trims as your accent piece. Even some of the burlap pieces you can get from May Arts, you can use that for background, you know, for a flower or something like that. This is some different crinkle ribbon that I've used some sprays on right there as well. The canvas pieces you can use, and then these tabs pull out, and I've used some different May Arts lace that I had left over from another project as the piece, you know, as kind of like a tab to pull my page out. On this one I have a little clothespin, and the last page is right there, and then again just the binding. And I think it's just a really super simple, sweet project. You can embellish that as much as you want, and or as little as you want. And it's just a lot of fun. So that's just another really creative way, I think, to use your May Arts trim. This one here, I didn't show this in the initial part of the video because I had it off to the side and I forgot to grab it. But this is just to share with you guys. This is a tag mini that I created and designed, and I wanted to show that you can also use the different you know, May Arts trims. This is some of the again, either the jute string or the jute twine, whichever you want to call it, as the binding system. And then I have some different crinkle ribbons here, some different laces. This is just some fish netting to kind of mimic like it's, you know, because it's a seashore type of album. And then I have some other ribbon here as the binding again as far as a closure piece on this particular tag mini. And I won't go through a lot of it on this one because I don't want to make the video too super long. This is the first couple pages, and these are just some craft tags that I used, and I think it's awesome that you can see that jute twine string, you know, kind of going through each page, and then some different elements of adding some different ribbons there, using some twine to top off the tags. On this one here, just wrapping around, you can still slip a picture underneath if you want to do that, or put on top here, just using some more of the trim and twine to hang some different embellishments and make embellishments there. These are all topped off of some of the Graphic 45 tags, more of that same jute. And then on the side as well again. I used a lot of that one in this mini because it just is very beachy to me, and I think that was kind of the theme. And here's some more twine topping off the tags. Just again on the side as an accent. Over here on this last page as well. Or second, almost last page. And then again just stapled on a little embellishment piece. And as well as here, you can slip a photo underneath there if you want to do that. And then it's kind of the same thing, just wrapping it around the different photo mats. And so it's just a really fun way to not only use up your little scraps of ribbons that you have, but also to create some embellishments of your own and to use it throughout the album, and just really fun and cute. So there's that one. And I just love using the ribbon as the closures for my albums. Now the next two I'm going to share with you, you guys have probably seen already on the May Arts blog, because these were some of the craft challenges submissions that I when I was able to participate in the challenges with Bethany. So I'm holding this one kind of weird because of my camera, but this is a spring bucket of flowers in one of the metal tins, and this is just some white burlap trim. This is not May Arts, but everything else on here is that's ribbon wise. So this pink ribbon here I wrapped around. I made a flower with some of the lace, the cotton trim, and this is some of the string right there from May Arts, and then I topped off a wood button with more of the same kind of fun, cotton trim there from May Arts as well, and then more of that pink. I love that. This also is May Arts, this burlap right here. This is I just cut it down a little bit so it wasn't quite so wide. I had a little bit of it left and made a flower. Thought that looked really cute. And then this is that same blue cording that you saw right here in the front. I just frayed this a little bit here and on this one as well because I like how that's kind of wispy looking. Some more of that lace, that cotton there, and then on the back flower, the same kind of thing here. I'm going to flip it over so you can see the back side because I have kind of more of the same trims there on the back of these flowers. And then this pink one hiding back on the back side, and then here I used it as kind of a loopy loop, some of that same blue string trim. So there is the spring bucket of flowers. Sorry, it's not the best way to present that, but it's hard because my camera is over my desk. The next one is one of the most recent one I did. It was the retro challenge with May Arts, and this one is one of the Tim Holtz alterations clocks that you can alter, and so I did that, and I have a separate video on that as well, so I won't go into a lot of details how I created it, but just to share with you the May Arts trim, I layered 2 different ones here around the whole outside of the clock, and then added some of the pom-pom trim in the back just kind of for visual interest, topped off the handle with some of the extra pieces I had from the project. And then I made this butterfly using some of that same trim that you're seeing on the side right here. Thought that was really cute. And then I have a little mini album inside, and I covered just a ring with some of the same May Arts trim. Here's the inside, more of the pom-pom, and then 2 layers of the same May Arts trims and you know, ribbons that I used for the project that Bethany provided. We were able to choose which we wanted to work with, and those are the ones I chose. And just a quick flip through on this little mini, using the different, you know, ribbons that I was selected in the project as accents on this little mini album. So I thought this turned out really cute too. Just like another fun project. So there's that one. And then the last one I'm going to share with you guys, this is kind of more of an Abby thing, because this is really was made just for me. It wasn't for a design team or anything like that. It was just me kind of making some things out of my favorite things. My favorite color, of course, is purple. So it's for the love of purple. I use some of my favorite products, techniques, and things like that. And so I have some May Arts on here as well, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And I just have some of the, I love this one. I hoard this spool of lace from May Arts. I just love it. It's so pretty. And then I have some topped off the side here, and this is some of the burlap trim. Just different crinkle ribbons down here, mixed in with some different flowers that I really like, some different other, you know, items from other companies that I really enjoy. Different techniques, you know, I love the whole distressing, that kind of thing, and I love altering projects. And so that is kind of the conclusion of my video as far as the projects I'm going to share. And as I mentioned, I of course have a couple other things that are going to be in the actual video, or excuse me, blog post, but I don't have the cards anymore because I did give those away. So I just wanted to do the video just to kind of showcase with you guys some of the projects. So Bethany, I hope that you like my submission for this year's design team. I'm really excited to be able to have the opportunity to try out again, and I hope that I'm what you're looking for. So if you guys you know, have any comments or questions about any of the projects that I shared with you or any of the techniques, please, as always, leave me a comment in the description below, and I'm more than happy to either do an additional tutorial video or answer any questions that you guys might have. And keep your fingers and toes crossed for me that I make it to the second round for the May Arts 2014 Design Team Call. Thanks, you guys. Oops, and my cam's rolling away because it's super excited about this video as well. Happy crafting, and I'll see you next time.